Hello, my name is Savannah Jones, and I'm a staff writer for Rampant Lines. With the AP Government Mock Senate election coming up, I'm going to interview candidates about their platform. Without further ado, here are the candidates.
My name is Brena Gauland.
My name is Will Sutton.
What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
I am a senior here at Detroit.
You are a candidate for the upcoming AP Gov mock election. If you wouldn't mind explaining, what exactly is the election?
Sure. So this election is a mock election conducted by Miss Liza Knight in her AP United States Government and Politics class at Rose. So each year, she's been doing this for several years. Each year, her classes, her AP Gov classes, submit a candidate based off of who their classmates want to represent their class. They come up with a platform, so we don't represent the Democrat or Republican Party. We come up with our own party, our own platform, and then the candidate comes up with a background and then is elected by civic students and teacher voters.
The election is about the United States, a representative from North Carolina to the United States Senate, and currently there's two of us running for the position.
And which party are you representing?
I am representing the Penn Party. We are writing a better future for America.
I'm representing the Wing Party, and we plan on flying North Carolina to success.
How did you choose the name of your party?
We had an awesome list. Our class had a Google Doc where we put all of the ideas, all of the name ideas that we had thought about. And when I saw Penn Party, I was like, okay, this is perfect. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, and of course you have that writing a better future for America, which really hooks our audience.
It was catchy, and we thought a lot of people would remember it and get a hold of it.
How were you chosen as your party's candidate?
I was chosen as our party's candidate. I've always had an interest in politics, and it was really a unanimous decision, excluding myself or including myself. But our class was just talking about who we wanted to be our candidate, and pretty much all of a sudden, when we were talking about who wanted to represent first period AP Gov, I just heard a bunch of Brenas, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this. So it was a mix of my class wanting me to represent them, as well as an interest of politics.
I was chosen by an election, and I had all the votes except for my own vote and somebody else's vote.
And why would you consider yourself to be the best candidate?
I consider myself to be the best candidate for my love of public speaking and, more importantly, my ability to connect with others and my want to strengthen our country, make our country better. We live in such a great nation. However, I don't think I'm the only one to say that there's a lot of work to be done, and by electing me into the United States Senate, we're going to write a better future for America.
I would consider myself to be the best candidate because I am a business owner myself, and I know how to save this country from financial crisis, and I also know how to think on the fly and be very defensive.
Each party in the upcoming election has a platform. What exactly is a platform?
A platform is basically a list or a document of what your party believes in or what you want to do if elected. So my platform has 10 planks. Some of those include economy, education, agriculture, foreign affairs, national security. Those are just some examples. And each candidate is going to submit a copy of their platform. So again, a platform is basically just a list of the things that you believe in as a candidate and what you want to do if elected.
A platform is pretty much an outline of all the beliefs that the party should hold that are important to the public. So the public is able to look at that platform and determine if they support one party over another based off of the platform.
And how did you decide which issues to include or prioritize in your platform?
I looked at the issues in our country, and I sat down with my campaign manager and with our class, and I thought about what I want to see in America's future, how I want to make an impact. And so I saw issues in the areas of education. I saw things that I'd want to change with economy and agricultural. And then as I saw these issues, as I saw a need for change, I thought about how I was going to make these changes and then came up with a plan to include in our platform.
I chose the issues that my party and I believe were the most important via experiences, via our own beliefs and our own sites. So I chose education, economy, and criminal justice because those are the three biggest problems that I believe this nation is facing right now. So that's pretty much how we chose it. We just chose it by what we visibly saw via the news and all these other occurrences were the biggest problems.
And what have you found to be fairly easy about running a campaign?
I think the biggest thing that I found to be pretty smooth is just interacting with people. I am just a big people person. I love shaking hands and running into classrooms or the lecture hall full speed with a little jingle and going to shake people's hands and talk about my platform and why I would be honored to be elected and to serve you all, the American people. And so I think the easiest part, the smoothest part of this platform, or excuse me, of this campaign, has just been connecting with other people, voters, teachers, other students, and in my class.
Well, what's fairly easy about running a campaign for me is composing myself and keeping my self-image, and also producing answers for questions that I have, because most of the platform and the things that I do on a normal basis, or the platform are defendable claims that I have come up with that I believe. And when you believe something and you really do believe it, it's a lot easier to defend. The other thing is that personal relations, I'm pretty good with that. So that part of the showing myself to the world has been very easy.
And what have you found to be difficult about running a campaign?
I think the most difficult part of this campaign has been negative campaigning coming from the other candidate and the other campaign, as well as familiarizing myself and coming up with strategies for the debate and for any questions that may arise. So I need to know my platform front and back and be able to answer any questions. And I need to know my candidate's platform front and back to know what he wants to advocate for, what he wants to do, come up with issues in his platform, identify issues in my platform to combat, and things along those lines. And so along with, knowing my platform, knowing how I'm going to strategize and effectively run a campaign, as well as receiving some negative campaigning from other people, including, I won't go into specifics, but there are certain areas of negative campaigning, certain things that have arisen that I have had to deal with that wasn't exactly comfortable.
What's difficult about running a campaign is time. If you're running a campaign because you want a job and you need a check, and it's the only thing that you've got going on, it's obviously, you can put your full effort into it and really strive to it. But if you're doing this because you believe it's a service and you already have money that you've compiled on your own, but you also are working, at the same time, then it can be very time consuming and hard to completely focus on it.
In hindsight, what do you think is important to know in advance about running a campaign?
I think one of the biggest things to know is your why. Why do you want to run? Why? Why do you want to see a change? And for me, it was sitting down and realizing, okay, I think I have these strengths. I think I see these problems in our country, and I think this is how I want to fix it. And so coming up with a why and a how, not just a why, but a why and a how of what you want to do and how you're going to do it is very important in running a campaign.
Well, what's important to know is that you're going to have people in your campaign that might not see 100% eye to eye with you, and therefore will craft policies and such and certain things that you won't agree with. So you have to know that ahead of time and know that it can be a very valuable tool if you use it properly, because diverse opinions and ideas are very, very, very useful to the campaign. But you also have to know that certain people will think certain ways based on their opinions that might not match your opinions, and you might end up in a destination that you don't really want.
Okay, and is there anything else you would like to add?
Remember to vote Brena for Senate on November 2nd, and you can visit my platform and website at www.tinyurl.com/Brena for Senate site. Thank you.
Well, if you believe that the economy, criminal justice, and education are the three biggest issues this nation has, and you want a strong and independent candidate, vote for me on November 2nd.
Well, thank you for the interview, and good luck at the upcoming debate.
Thank you.
Thank you, and good luck in the upcoming debate.
Thank you.